Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
The Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, Neiti, has solicited the support of all stakeholders in the maximization of revenues generated from the oil and gas industry for the benefit of the country. Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Neiti, Dr. AKUGHA made the appeal while unveiling the Oil and Gas Industry Report of 2021 recently in Abuja.
The Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, Neiti, was established through an Act of Parliament in 2007 to develop a framework for transparency and accountability in the management of revenues generated from crude oil and gas, as well as solid minerals. In line with its statutory mandate, Neiti carried out a study to ascertain revenues and investment flows into the oil and gas sector in 2021 with technical support from the World Bank and European Union and funding from the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Project of the British Council. A report on the study shows that Nigeria earned 4.3 trillion from crude oil and gas, representing about 40% of 10.7 trillion generated in 2021. The report is an independent assessment of financial transactions in revenue receipts and payments weighed on a scale of transparency and accountability. The Neiti report also focuses on investments made by the federal government in the oil and gas industry, subsidy payments, government's liabilities, and unmerited funds. While unveiling the report, Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Neiti, Dr. AKUGHA, said it would require the support and cooperation of all stakeholders to have a positive impact on the Nigerian economy, while noting that it would also serve as a guide for national planning and development.
The report will be utilized by government for national planning and for anti-corruption purposes.
Speaking during the unveiling of the Neiti report, Mohammed Shehu, Chairman of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, was optimistic that it would disclose sources of unmerited funds in the oil and gas industry. Also speaking during the unveiling of the report, Senate Committee Chairman on Petroleum Upstream, Senator Williams Eteng, and his counterpart in the Committee on Oil and Gas Host Communities, Senator Benson Agadaga, pledged the support of the National Assembly for Neiti.
Fuel subsidy is now gone. Neiti must be at the forefront of ensuring that there is transparency and accountability in savings from subsidy removal and prioritizing investment in critical infrastructure and social safety nets for the poor and most vulnerable in the society.
I charge you, Executive Secretary and Management of NIGER, to maintain the EITI standard by providing information regularly on the extractive industries value chain from the point of extraction to revenue accrued, prudent management and utilization of resources to improve the economy and the well-being of Nigerians.
The Neiti report covers the financial transactions of 69 oil and gas companies, 13 agencies of the federal government, including the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, in the year 2021. It provides information and data on revenues generated from oil and gas in the period under review. Executive Director of the African Center for Leadership, Strategy and Development, Dr. Otive Igbuzo, demands proper implementation of recommendations made in the Neiti report for efficient utilization of national revenue to address a myriad of fiscal challenges confronting the country.
The relevant agencies, the media, the civil society must ensure that the purpose for these reports are achieved. And the only way to do that is to ensure that the recommendations are implemented.
The Neiti report shows that the federal government raked in 193.59 billion naira from solid minerals in 2021, the highest it has earned from the sector in 15 years. This came about due to a more than 60% increase in the issuance of licenses in small-scale mining lease, query lease and recognizance permits. However, the records show that the solid minerals sector contributed a paltry 0.24% to national export value in 2021, suggesting that the federal government needs to redouble its efforts to exploit the vast economic potentials inherent in the solid minerals sector as a credible alternative to oil and gas, which have been the mainstay of the Nigerian economy for over 6 decades.
Inside the Niger Delta,